Beg your pardon? Meredith, who is this coarse person with the foreign accent?
All right. We're here in international waters.
Yeah.
In the Baltic Sea, surrounded by the Russian shadow fleet of tankers. They're out here sinking and swimming. With us is the
And cutting cables.
cutting cables and so forth, yeah. And with us is the elusive lawyer and friend of the show, Ronald Rosenberg. Say hello.
Hello. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah. Not really. You were forced to be here.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this is an award-winning podcast, The Talking Ass, an award-winning podcast now. Did you see the awards we won?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like top 6% of shows
Of new podcasts in 2025, yeah. Spotify said we're the most shared, most talked about, and most listened to show ever, I think, of any podcast ever. That's how I understood it, at least.
means that I can invoice you with higher rates.
That's true. I think Gary will like it. I haven't heard from Amazon or Google or Nvidia for sponsorship, but I think that's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't heard yet.
Maybe that new company, Netflix and Paramount are merging or something. Maybe they could.
HBO, I think.
HBO and Netflix and stuff. Yeah. So maybe, I mean, we're the same kind of premium content as Netflix, as HBO.
Yeah.
We're not shit like Netflix, but
What was the?
Oh crap! Now we lost that one too.
Yeah.
That's good too. What's your verdict as a lawyer of this mega media monopoly that's being created with Netflix and HBO merging? The legality of this is borderline, to say the least.
I think there should be some kind of review, like competition-wise, that the media doesn't get so centralized.
Yeah, it's worrying for the consumer.
Yeah.
Most things are worrying for the consumer. I guess we've said on this show before, don't be a consumer.
Yeah.
Be your own
yourself.
person. Yeah, be your own person.
Yeah.
Hey, I met with Tico yesterday, who's been on the show, our ship's guy, yeah. And we had the greatest conversation in the world. This is not the greatest conversation in the world. This is just a tribute.
Yeah.
We're on this ship in international waters between Helsinki and Tallinn, and this is a tribute to the greatest conversation in the world.
All right.
Yeah.
What did you talk about?
That's we talked about ships and shadow fleets and stuff.
Yeah.
And it obviously deteriorated into politics. That wasn't him, that was me. But just as an unrelated point, or related point, the people who used to be called progressives have become the most regressive people in the world. The people who were known for progress and it used to be that the guys in suits, the 50s dads of the world, in their suits with their pipes, they were the fucking blocking all the progress the youth wanted to put in. Now it's the green leftist youth that's regressive and is resisting any kind of project like a tunnel that the city needs.
Yeah.
And it's just a interesting cultural observation.
Yeah.
That I don't know, interesting ideas.
It used to be rock and roll, and now
I don't know what language that was. We had
me neither.
a lot of things happen in international waters.
Yeah. It used to be rock and roll, and now it's some kind of tunnel that they are opposing.
Yeah, exactly. No, but it's the other way around.
Oh, yeah,
it's the rock and roll people have become tunnel opposing
That's
regressives, and obviously depends on the tunnel. I'm not saying you should tunnel under the parliament or something and ruin a historical building, but I'm saying if it's something,
there are some tunnels under the parliament building.
It seems like, for better or worse, I mean, there are some fucking bad ideas on the populist right especially, but it feels like anything interesting and progressive and future, forwards looking seems to be from the right these days, I don't vote, so I'm not I don't have a team. But that's how what I hear is I'm almost never interested anymore in the arguments the extreme left is making. They tend to be awful. Yeah. Anyway, it's good that we did some political chat. Hey, I wanted to tell you about we're doing these island paradises, and since we're in international waters, I have a couple of ones that you'll be really interested in.
All right.
Okay, if you had to guess, what is the busiest flight route in the world?
This was like
Yeah, I can give you a couple of hints. We're doing islands, so one of them or both are going to be islands of the destinations. It's in between, and we're doing two island paradises that are on the same peninsula. Some would argue in the same country. The word peninsula here is a big hint.
Yeah. I was going for was it Ryan Garcia?
Diego
Garcia?
No.
That island paradise.
Oh, like a military flight route.
Yeah.
No. This is civilian.
Oh, all right.
Fully civilian, and everyone's commonsensical guesses, including mine, would be like Shanghai to Beijing or Shanghai to Hong Kong. I think those are barely in the top 20. They're really surprising that are the top.
Macau.
Yeah, Macau, something like that. But no Chinese routes are even in the top 8, I don't think, or top 5 at least. The number one busiest route in the world for flights is from Seoul to Jeju Island.
All right.
Internal South Korean tourism to their own little paradise island. And it's just a resort island. I mean, we look up busiest routes in the world.
I think we have different opinion on luxury islands then.
Have you been to Jeju?
No,
Not even your international legal profession has
not yet.
From Seoul Airport to Jeju, I think the figure now is something like almost 20 million people take this flight, depending on, there are many airlines doing the route and so forth. And then there's a bunch of Japanese internal flights, Vietnamese internal flights, Australia in top 5, Sydney, Melbourne, Jeddah to Riyadh. That's probably for the Hajj, for the Muslim pilgrimage.
Yeah.
But 9th is the first internal Chinese flight. Beijing to Shanghai is 9th. So it's very surprising. And no American internal flights, like New York, LA, or any of that stuff, is a busy route at all, globally speaking. Now, what do you know about Jeju Island?
To be honest, nothing.
Yeah. Well,
Never heard.
It's a paradise island, since more people fly there per year for a holiday than no, that's not true. It's just that more people use this specific flight route to go there on holiday than any other flight route. So,
Are there any other connections?
what to Jeju Island? So can you fly? Interesting. I don't know. I think you would fly via Seoul. Because it's such a busy route, there must be, the competition is so good that it's the cheapest way to get there as well. I mean, how could you compete? So probably you'd fly from here, from international waters, you'd take a chopper to the nearest friendly country that allows you to enter with your history, and then you'd take a flight to Seoul. Jeju Island, Korea's largest island in the Korean Strait. This is the Pacific Ocean. There are the indigenous Jeju people live there, and there's really nothing other than resorts there. It's a volcanic island. Not that interesting. Like, I didn't find any crazy history or anything sort of interesting enough for talking ass. But that flight route thing, just internal tourism, is interesting. I live in the UK where there's internal tourism, but where we just left from in Finland, there's no internal tourism, isn't really a thing. Like, people don't fly within the country. Ski resorts, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
The winter, yeah.
Lapland.
Yeah, but not to the point where it would be busy as a flight route or anything, yeah.
There are like one flight every day.
Yeah. And I don't wanna shit on the Koreans in any way. I like them. But there is something in certain Asian cultures like Korea and Japanese where they're a little bit reserved about going to the Western world for a holiday, for example. South Korea, I don't think, is a particularly cheap country. So, like, if they really wanted a cheap holiday, they would fly to Laos or Myanmar or wherever, backpackers fly from here. But I think it's like a cultural thing that they get to be within their own country, but go to a totally different island and have a holiday, like, without having that stress of going to Paris or London that are very different. Because a lot of South Koreans and Japanese can get a little shy in the Western world and a little weirded out by the culture shock.
How many passengers were there? 20 million?
Yeah, now it's estimated. Wikipedia had a figure of in 2021, it was already 17 million people a year fly from Seoul to Jeju Island. So it must be more than that. I would have assumed that the pandemic brought it down and then it would have gone back up now, you would think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I mean, almost 20 million regardless. Crazy amount of people. So
The Hilton hotels have already found this little island, or
I think so. What do you want
5
to?
seasons or
4
3
seasons, 5 seasons, whatever. Let's see what hotels there are.
Oh yeah.
Jeju Island, I don't know. Let's top 10 on TripAdvisor. Let's see what they are.
Don't mention their name if they're not paying us.
Yeah, internet here in international waters is pretty weak, so we will never find out. Is the answer.
Oh.
I mean, maybe Safari is a little better for this. Let's see. We have no idea whether any of this is being recorded, by the way, because of the internet issues, and we don't have microphones, and also all these people are fucking breathing and walking and doing things that people do.
Hopefully it doesn't catch the songs played if we don't have the license.
Well, we don't have the license for any of that music, but also this music sounds so bad that maybe neither do they. There might be some cover free to use cover versions.
Yeah.
Okay, you have the Grand Hyatt,
Yeah.
Ocean Suites in Jeju Island. Beautiful
Marriott.
place, by the way. I mean, it definitely counts as an island paradise in a sense, except if it's the busiest flight route in the world, it might be very full of people all the time. So I don't know whether I would like it. Yeah. Cool. Looks pretty. Okay. Now, the other one, staying on the same peninsula.
All right.
Have you ever heard of the floating hotel?
The floating hall.
The floating hotel. It's now in North Korea. And why, you ask, is a good question.
Why?
It wasn't built there. So this was, you mentioned Four Seasons. I think this was either Marriott or Four Seasons. Let's check it out. The floating hotel was built on the Great Barrier Reef in Australia.
All right.
As this business new kind of thing where you take rich people by small ships and helicopters and stuff to a luxury hotel that's already on the reef, where they can then do diving and fishing, and there was a floating tennis court on the ocean and everything. Obviously, weather turned out to be a major problem, and waves. The hotel was like swaying like a big ship.
Yeah.
Right? So tennis while the court is swaying is a little interesting, and
People
yeah.
getting sick.
So then, I mean, for business reasons, the idea was good enough that it was somehow then towed by ships or something to Vietnam, to Ho Chi Minh City and stuff, and it did become a sort of successful business for someone at some point. And eventually, do you remember there was this period of time, maybe 15 years ago, when North Korean and South Korean relations were a little, they say, thawed. So they weren't icy. They were a little, a little warmer. So people started investing in a potential North Korean tourism industry. Yeah. And this hotel was part of it. Like, it changed hands, and it was Hyundai. But Hyundai Hotels, I don't think is in any way related to Hyundai automobiles, but Hyundai something bought it and took the thing to Pyongyang or not in Pyongyang, somewhere else in North Korea on the coast. And then obviously, relations between North Korea and generally other countries where tourists would come from went back to shit.
Yeah, and now it's a missile launch pad.
Now it's a missile launch pad. Well, obviously, it's now been just deteriorating in North Korea, and it's probably not in great shape. It's been over time. They've used it to house officers, like North Korean government officials and stuff. But yeah, it's a fascinating story. Let me see what it's called, because it's now called the Hotel Haigumgan. It was called the Four Seasons Barrier Reef originally in the 80s when it was built. And I'll show you a picture. We can put a picture of it in the episode art, because it's a pretty cool looking concept and idea. I don't think that one is a paradise island anymore. Yeah, maybe when it was in the Barrier Reef. And they got a little unlucky too, so they got rough weather on the reef where it was like 2 years in a row or something. And then there was another floating hotel competing concept somewhere near them in the ocean. And a ship that was taking tourists to that sank or something. So the kind of vibe about floating hotels just got really bad. They got unlucky that way, you know. Otherwise, I think interesting idea.
It is. It is
Yeah.
like a tower block, middle of the sea.
Yeah, well, it looks like a tower block in the middle of the sea. But, oh, one more thing about it. You know, the staff, all the servants who lived there, they were staying on the top floor
Oh.
because it swayed the most.
Oh.
So it was like a interesting, you know, class stratification of society where they had the better view,
Yeah.
where the people who worked there.
Yeah.
And it was built like a ship in the sense that it had that middle console that you never see like on a cruise ship, where there are massive freezers for food, massive tanks for fuel storage and everything. In like, so it was built like cruise ship design, where the middle section was all storage and services.
Yeah.
And then it like branches out like a satellite from there. So you're never too far from your steak or your lobster tail, you fat fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah.
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 Now that we are on the international waters,
Yeah.
should we get some rum and coke, or
Oh,
just
I have smuggled.
smuggle?
So we should admit that we entered this ship on under false names and false identities.
Yeah.
True story. And also I smuggled in some scotch.
Oh.
Well, you may get a beer for us because I paid for your ticket. So there you go.
All right.
One beer at a time. You're paying your debts to me and to Gary, the overlord. Yeah.
Toast.
Nice. We've started our decadence already.
Yeah.
I couldn't even wait until we hit land to start to get a. This boat doesn't have a lobster tail buffet, or it does, but it costs a lot of money. So you went for a toasty.
Yeah. Ham and cheese toast
It's large.
with some side salad.
It's larger than on land,
Yeah.
you know, so you're getting that value for money at least.
It was €9.
Yeah. Regarding what Spotify in their yearly annual wrap for creators, other than the lovely awards we got, they also gave me some interesting information about listeners.
All right.
Like I know what the most popular other shows on Spotify are amongst listeners, and also what music the listeners listen to. It's very creepy that I know this about you. I can't connect it to a name or a face, but there was one thing that caught my eye. And otherwise, it was like the biggest podcast in the world. Like listeners also listen to Joe Rogan, and listeners also listen to news stuff and true crime stuff, and like unsurprising, what everyone listens to. But there was in the music section, it was like the most popular artists in the world, Taylor Swift, whatever, Miley Cyrus, whatever. And then in the top 5, there was a band called Sleep Token.
Sleep Token.
Yeah. You ever heard of this?
No.
Okay.
Never.
So whoever this is who is listening right now, write in and tell us about Sleep Token. Maybe come on the show, because Sleep Token, they wear masks like Slipknot used to back in the day. And either there are several people out there who are listening to this, lots of them, or there's one or two of you who are listening to it all the time and giving Sleep Token a lot of plays because they're up there in the stats. Maybe not top 5, but top 10, whatever. Like for a band of their size that I've never heard of, it's surprising how many listens our listeners are giving to this thing. It might be an interesting musical episode to have a Sleep Token fan tell me about whatever they're doing. So yeah.
Did you take any sneak peeks about like how was their music?
No, I haven't listened to it. I want the listener or listeners to write in. talkingasspodcast@gmail.com is the hate mail address. Or go through the website, talkingasspodcast.com, and say what's on your mind about Sleep Token. Other listeners, I wanted to give a shout out. That's internet speak for saying hello.
All right.
You know that. That's what the kids say on the internet.
Yeah.
They give a shout out to Kevin. Kevin's a new listener who immediately contributed with an idea. This is also a tribute conversation to a great conversation that I had with Kevin. He contributed an idea. Do you know what flame dames are?
Flame dames.
Flame dame, like flame, fire, and dame, like Dame Edna.
No.
They are, he told me, and I would like someone who knows, perhaps some of our friends in the Pride community in the proud community might know, alphabet people.
Yeah.
They are an alphabet group, you know, that are women who dress as men who dress as women.
What?
So
How
I
does
guess
that work?
I guess a female drag queen would make sense.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a female drag queen who isn't dressed as a man for a drag show, who goes male looking so that they can then go again to be a man who's dressed as a female.
Like the old school transvestites.
Yeah, so it's like a woman disguised as a transvestite man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, flame dame. So
It's interesting.
what I got from internet rumors is that this is a bunch of women who have friends who are drag queens, and it looks fun, and they seem to have a lot of fun. So they have taken the drag queen like makeup and dress techniques and used them on a body that's already female. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So a flame dame would be a fascinating one to get. If anyone knows any, send it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something we should get into the show.
This is something that perhaps when we have a video element on the
Yeah.
show in the future, that might be a little bit more helpful.
Yeah.
Anyway, looked fascinated. Look it up in the pictures. We had some feedback for our awards. Patrice said there was one award that from Spotify that was called Instant Hit Show, and Patrice said, "I believe there's an S missing, like Instant Shit Show." And I thought that was valuable feedback. Thank you very much. We take that kind of constructive criticism very well here.
Should we send her like half of my post or something?
Yeah, as a reward,
As a
Patrice.
Good comment.
I think it's a he because it's spelled with an S at the end, not
Oh.
C-E,
Oh.
like Patrice with an
Okay.
S. I think it's like Swiss or something, you know,
Yeah.
or who knows what language that is. But
Those foreign names are
Yeah.
always a bit
Yeah.
confusing.
yeah, I have also there was something that someone told me privately that I am apparently pissing everyone off, both on the left and on the right. Like my left wing, whatever pro-trans episodes or whatever they were, have pissed off everyone on the extreme right, and then all my Middle East opinions piss off everyone on the extreme left.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a great point, and that means I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
Because maybe if you're the kind of person that gets pissed off by my opinions, then maybe you should move more towards the middle in your life. Because I'm pretty dead set in the middle on most issues. So we're not gonna apologize for some listeners tuning out when we go too far. When on certain issues we might agree with the right, and on others with the left, and you know. The other thing that made me a little self-conscious was that Spotify kept calling all the listeners fans.
Oh yeah.
And I don't really need people to be fans of me. Like, that's a weird idea. Because I
It's
got,
like some kind of Jesus shit.
well, yeah, because I got recognized in the Helsinki nightlife on Friday night.
Really?
Yeah. But luckily, like, I was in a relatively smart event with like 30 plus people, employed people.
Yeah.
And it was a mathematician from the University of Helsinki. I hope he's listening. He said he would, but he recognized me. But I don't want to, I mean, he's not a fan of me. He was just a normal guy. We spoke like normal people, which is good. I'm going to call them listeners, not fans, because that's a bit more respectful. I don't actually need anyone to agree with me or even like me, as long as this thing gives them something, you know,
Yeah.
a little bit of humor, you know, while they're washing their dishes or masturbating, for example, and other daily chores.
Yeah.
Yeah. But sometimes, yes, they should listen to me. You know, when there's that trademark gravitas in my voice, that's when you know you should really listen to this.
Yeah. So he was a listener. Did he say anything about his favorite episode or something?
No, so he wasn't a listener of Talking Ass. He recognized me from my appearances on Finnish shows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
From the
But now he is, so that's good.
yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, to all the flame dames and any other alphabet people out there, or non-alphabet people, do we get to be in the alphabet combinations? Are we just STWs? No, wait,
STDs.
STDs, no, straight tone deafs. The straight tone deafs, yeah, STDs. SWMs, straight white males. So we have an alphabet thing as well.
We do. Apparently.
I'm just so happy to be included, you know?
So what's the whole letter combination now?
Oh,
Do you know
it's LGBTQIA plus SWM.
Yeah.
Straight
Sounds-
white males.
Sounds,
Yeah.
sounds correct.
So we're all in the same alphabet now. And I'm happy, all around the same campfire.
You need to sing it like the kids do the alphabets.
Can I get rid of the
B,
Yeah.
T, T.
Hey, Ronald Rosenberg, attorney at law, you know what's coming next, right? People have been waiting for you to appear on the show and to deliver what is a message to the people.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Public service announcement.
I really need to think about this because
It's for the ages, it's for generations. It will live in the depths and in the very deep depths of the internet.
as a regular listener, I wasn't expecting this, so
Yeah.
I,
You listen to probably almost every episode,
every episode I've listened.
and nobody has frozen this badly, but
Yeah,
nobody has choked this badly.
yeah,
Even people who fucked up and didn't listen and didn't know it was coming have delivered something, world peace, like a beauty pageant or something. Our Icelandic friend went with world peace, but he was so genuine and sweet and intelligent about it that it kind of worked. He took a risk with that one because he
I've
could have
never
been.
thought about being part of your show, so I've never had to think any public service announcements yet.
No, this is a tough reality for you.
Yeah,
Well, I don't have one, so you're giving me a lot of time to think as well.
Shit.
Mine is easy. I'm looking at your plate, and you finished your ham and cheese toasty, but they also gave you a salad.
yeah,
You haven't touched it.
yeah.
So I'm gonna say, eat your salad, eat your veggies too, kids, because that is fucking gross. This behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it translates to English, but there is this one saying in Finnish.
We love Finnish sayings that don't really translate to English. Come, this is perfect. Go on.
Don't ever look into the mouth of a gift horse.
I believe that is a English saying
Is
that
it?
translates very well. I think it comes from the Trojan War. Have you
Oh.
ever heard of it?
Never.
The big wooden horse that was a gift, and it had soldiers.
Trojan
It had soldiers inside,
Mm.
and they didn't look in the horse's mouth because it would be rude to look in the mouth of a gift horse and look for soldiers. You see?
Enough with the lecture.
Exactly. Enough with the fucking TED Talks.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, wait. At some point, hopefully, in this recording, there was a ship's horn that I found for free on the internet and added like a ship noise.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
All we want is safe passage out of the city to some unpopulated area where one of our sister ships can land and pick us up.